News. In an offseason of contract watches, one has loomed the largest. And according to our NFL Network colleague James Jones, the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers have come to an agreement that will make arguably the best player in the NFL its highest paid player. The numbers that James Jones is reporting: $33.5 million in new money, plus incentives and guarantees that would provide Rodgers with $100 million in extension. Rodgers and the Packers haven't had a losing season, with him starting most of the games at quarterback since back in 2008. Rodgers with over 38,000 yards in his career, 313 touchdowns, and we just saw the Packers trade one of their backup quarterbacks. And in fact, let's take a look. We saw the trade with Brett Hundley earlier today. The Packers quarterbacks undergoing some changes, but this is the one thing that they did not want to change. Here is the tweet. It's spreading far and wide on the internet, on the website we like to refer to as Twitter.com. Breaking: the Packers and two-time MVP quarterback Aaron Rodgers have agreed to terms on a 4-year extension worth $33.5 million in new money, plus incentives per year. He gets over $100 million in guarantees. I'm sure a tweet that our James Jones has been waiting to send for quite some time. And let's go to the phone and get him on now. James, you finally got the news, man. I'm sure Aaron was pretty pleased to be able to let you know.
I know, man. Aaron's my guy, man. For him to even let me break this news, man, I mean, it shows me how much I meant to him as a teammate.
Appearing to have some connection difficulties with James. We'll get him back on the line. Again, James reporting the news straight from the horse's mouth. Aaron Rodgers allowing him to tell you, so that we could tell you, that they finally got this deal done between Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, a 4-year extension, again, that will make Rodgers the highest paid player in the National Football League. Rodgers coming off of a year where he had some injuries. There was the hit that actually spawned a new rule, the NFL reacting to the hit on Aaron Rodgers that caused him to miss several games. Brett Hundley came in relief. But all of that now in the past, a 4-year contract extension for arguably, again, the best quarterback in the NFL. Rodgers having success. They've seen turnover in multiple coordinator spots. He will not have Jordy Nelson. Nelson gone to the Oakland Raiders this year. But still, plenty for Aaron Rodgers to be pleased with. In fact, this offseason, he's had multiple comments about the receiving group and how they've been able to have success, or a lack thereof, and the way that they're going into the game plans. But again, something to feel good about. A 4-year contract extension that could provide Rodgers with in excess of $100 million in guarantees. Our James Jones, the first to report that. Jones, a former teammate of Aaron Rodgers, has maintained his friendship, and obviously that helps James in terms of being able to report this today. This contract extension that has loomed large over all of the contract watches. Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan, everyone goes into their negotiations with an idea of what Aaron Rodgers would be able to get from the Green Bay Packers. We're going to go to the phones now and bring in our Tom Pelissero. Actually, we've got Tom on camera. Everybody able to get on hand for this, the big news. Tom, the big contract that we've all been watching for so long. Your reaction to the numbers that James has given us on Aaron Rodgers?
Well, let's start here. The Packers were very confident that Aaron Rodgers was going to ultimately be a part of their team going forward. I was there during training camp about 3 weeks ago, and the vibe had really turned toward an inevitability. They expected this deal was eventually going to get done. Now, the Packers and Rodgers representatives have been discussing a unique deal that involves certain options. We do not have the entirety of the structure of this contract right now, but certainly there has to be excitement inside the Packers building. I sat down with Packers coach Mike McCarthy not that long ago, and he told me how they really had dug into their offense through this offseason. They wanted to get back to some of the base concepts, the thing that Rodgers does well, and really gear the offense toward protecting those concepts. They absolutely intended to continue to build around the two-time NFL MVP, and they're excited that right now, with him back healthy, that they are certainly going to be competitive this season.
And Tom, one thing that jumped out to me during last week's discussion, Aaron Rodgers talking about the potential of this contract, he emphasized partnership, right? That he wanted the team and his representatives to facilitate a partnership that would make everybody successful. You have to assume the numbers here leave the Packers some flexibility to be able to go out and get some things over these next 4 years.
Well, and certainly the Packers have done a good job through the years of managing their salary cap. Russ Ball works those side of things in Green Bay. They have a new general manager, Brian Gutekunst, and they have extended a lot of their core players. That's really been the draft and develop philosophy that they've had going all the way back through the years with Ted Thompson as their general manager. They have locked up the likes of Devontae Adams to big contracts. They continue to try to get the running back position right. They've used a lot of resources there. Let's also talk about the defense. We know that you've got some of the bell cows, the likes of Clay Matthews. They're hopeful that Clinton Dix is going to come back strong this season. They drafted a bunch of corners. They don't want their entire success or failure to fall on Aaron Rodgers' shoulders, although certainly as long as he continues to play at a high level, he's going to have a big hand in that.
Tom, stick around. We're going to get more on the news of this deal breaking, going back to our James Jones on the phone. James, when we lost you there, you had said that Aaron was nice enough to let you break the news to everybody. How long were you waiting to hit send?
Man, it's crazy that you say that because it happened so fast, man. My phone was blowing up once Adam Schefter had tweeted out it might get done by the end of the week. So everybody's blowing me up. So I'm getting nervous. Like, man, is somebody going to break it before me? So I'm on the phone with Aaron, and he's like, JJ, go ahead. It's okay. It's time to tweet it out. These are the numbers. And I was able to get it out, man. And I mean, he's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Just shows you the type of relationship we had, you know, while we played with each other, man, just to let me break this news. And, I mean, it keeps him as a Green Bay Packer for a very long time.
James, we're glad that you're able to even have this conversation with your phone, I'm sure melting down from that initial tweet. So many people have been watching this contract discussion. How was it for you? Because obviously we have these discussions about A-Rod's contract, and you've got the inside source on it. We're having all of these conversations about it. How's it been for you the past couple of days trying to hold on to this?
You know what's crazy is because when Aaron said, you know, James is going to be the one to break the news, whenever I talked to him, it never was about no breaking news. It was all about, you know, man, how you doing? How you feeling? You know, it was never about any breaking news. So I never, blew his phone up. What's happened? When it's going down? Or what's going to happen? So I never did that. So I just waited on him, and he was like, look, you're going to be the guy to do it. So, you know, obviously I trust my man. So, you know, I was just waiting for that call. And then he texted me this morning and said, get ready. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. I started getting numbers like I was getting the money.
James, last week, Aaron's giving interviews, and he's saying that he wants this deal to be a partnership, wants to put the Packers in a situation where they can be successful and he can get what he deserves. Was he expressing those same kinds of things to you as this negotiation was going on?
Well, yeah, when I was talking to him, he just was saying that, you know, he knows that his time is coming to an end. He's not at the beginning of his career no more. So for him, it's all about winning, and it's all about, you know, getting the right contract but still being able to bring the right players in there to win these championships. And that's kind of what he meant by it being a partnership. Like, I don't just want to get $500 million and then we can't bring in no other guys in here to help me win. So he wanted it to be a partnership to where, look, I'm going to help you guys out. We're going to make this thing friendly to where we could get more guys in here and the Green Bay Packers could go win more championships. And that's the kind of guy he is, and that's how he wanted to structure his contract and just to have the most talented team on the field, including him.
And James, is that the way that it's been consistently with Aaron, going back to you guys playing together? Do you feel like he would have gone through this negotiation the same way as he would have 6-7 years ago?
Oh, absolutely, man. Aaron he's a team dude, man, and he wants to see his other players get paid. He wants to see his other teammates have success, and he's a team guy. He's never, since all our years playing together, he's never been a selfish guy. He's always been one of those guys to where I want everybody to eat, and that's what kind of showed on this contract, that he wants everybody in the organization to have success. And by the way they did this contract, to be able to have some money to go bring in some other players, it shows just the type of guy Aaron was and not just trying to get the most money possible.
Well, if we go back between the two of you guys, 87 targets for you in 2010, 98 in 2012, 93 in 2013, and the big target today, James Jones, the source